You've released the jaw. You've reset the breath. You dragged yourself back from the flat, numb, faraway place. Today, we're doing the scariest thing of all. We're moving towards someone. I know. Stay with me. It's gonna be okay. I've done this myself and I'm still here. Welcome to Raw Regulation. I'm Erica Carter Folk, and today is Friday, which means we have arrived at the end of this week's Somatic Tool Series. I want to do something a little different with this episode. The tools we built this week, the jaw release, the circulation breath, the static melt, they've all been about down regulation, releasing tension, resetting flood states, coming back from freeze, returning to the body. All that work was necessary. All of it was real. And none of it is the destination. Today's tool is about what we do once we regulate it, because regulation is not the finish line. Regulation is the runway. The destination is connection. And for those of you whose nervous system just heard the destination is connection and immediately started looking for the exit, I see you. Sit down. We're doing it anyway. Today we're working with the Ventral Reset, a practice designed to activate the ventral vagal complex, the branch of your nervous system responsible for genuine social engagement, felt safety in the presence of another person, and the physiological state we need to be in to repair, reconnect, and move toward rather than away from the people in our lives. Let me give you the science first, because I think understanding this would genuinely change how you think about everything you've done this week. Dr. Stephen Porges' polyvagal theory describes 3 distinct states of the autonomic nervous system, organized in a hierarchy. At the bottom, the oldest, the most primitive, is the dorsal vagal state. Freeze, immobilization, shutdown. We worked with this yesterday. In the middle is the sympathetic state, fight or flight, mobilization, flood, and urgency. We work with this Wednesday. At the top, the most recently evolved, the most sophisticated, the most distinctly human is ventral vagal activation. This is a state of social engagement. When the ventral vagal complex is online, you experience felt safety in the presence of other people. Your face becomes more expressive, your voice carries prosody, that musicality and warmth that signals to other nervous systems, I am safe, and you are safe with me. Your hearing literally tunes to the frequency range of the human voice. You can make eye contact that feels connective rather than threatening. You are genuinely physiologically available for intimacy. This is the state that you need to repair a relationship, to have a real conversation, to be present for someone who needs you, to be genuinely close rather than performing closeness. Here's the part that matters most for this week's work. Every sensory archetype we've talked about this week represents a departure from a ventral vagal activation. Every protection pattern, the armor, the appeasement, the urgency, the flooding, the bunker, the hollow, every single one of them is the nervous system moving away from social engagement and toward either sympathetic mobilization or dorsal vagal shutdown. And here's what most people don't know, and what most repair attempts get completely wrong. You cannot move directly from protection mode into genuine connection. You cannot go from sensory to sovereign without a transition. There's a physiological bridge required. You have to create these conditions for the ventral vagal complex to work, to come back online before you walk back into the relationship moment. Most repair attempts skip this step entirely. We walk back into the room, still flooded, still defended, still running a full sensory protocol, and then we say the right words from a body that is nowhere near them. Your mouth said, "I'm sorry." Your nervous system said, "threat level orange." The other person's nervous system hurt the nervous system. The ventral reset changes that. It is the bridge between regulated and genuinely connected. Think about what it feels like when you're genuinely, effortlessly connected to someone. Not the performance of connection, not the managed, careful, monitored version of being with someone where part of you is watching the whole thing to make sure it goes okay. The real thing, where your body is soft and your face is open and the conversation flows without you having to track it. Where you feel in your body, not just in your mind, that you are safe here. That this person is not a threat. That you can be exactly what you are right now, and that will be enough. For some of you, that feeling might be a memory, something from a long time ago. For some of you, it's a specific relationship, a friendship, a sibling, a partner in a moment that actually worked. And for some of you, it might be a solo experience, somewhere in nature or in a moment of solitude that felt complete rather than lonely. Whatever comes up for you, that is ventral vagal activation. I want you to locate that feeling before we do this practice, because the nervous system learns through experience, not instruction. When you give it a felt reference point for the state you're moving toward, you make the pathway back to that state easier to access. Your nervous system is not going to take your word for it that connection is safe, but it will believe the memory of a time when it was. Settle into your position. Let your shoulders drop. Soft eyes, or close them entirely if that's comfortable. We're beginning with a humming breath. And before anyone decides that sounds ridiculous, it activates the vagus nerve through vibration in the vocal cords and throat. It is physiologically legitimate, and Dr. Porges would back me up on this. We're doing it. One slow breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, a quiet low hum, just for the length of the breath. Soft, no particular note required, just the hum. Again, in through the nose. And hum on the exhale, let it be whatever sound wants to come. One more. Now, with your eyes closed or soft, I want you to bring to mind that moment of genuine felt safety you located a few minutes ago. The person, the place, the moment of solitude that felt whole. Don't analyze it. Don't narrate it. Just let it be a felt sense in the body. What was in the room? What was the light like? What did your body feel like from the inside in that moment? As you hold that felt sense, place one hand on your sternum, the center of your chest. Apply gentle, steady pressure. Just your own hand, warm and present. This is a simplified form of co-regulation. The steady warmth and pressure of your own hand activates the same skin receptors that responds to safe physical contact with another person. You're giving your nervous system the physiological experience of being held with your own hand. Your nervous system does not require presence of another person to begin moving toward the ventral state. It requires a signal of safety, and you can generate that signal yourself. Now with your hand on your chest and the felt sense of safety present, take a breath in, and on the exhale, hum again softly. Notice the quality of the state you're in right now. Is it different from where you started? This is your ventral window. This is the nervous system state from which genuine repair, genuine connection, and genuine presence are possible. Not performed, not managed, actually possible. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just inhabit this. Use the ventral reset before you have the conversation you've been putting off, before you walk back into the room after a rupture, before you sit down with someone you love who you've been far away from. You don't have to have the words ready. You don't have to have the explanation prepared. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to bring your nervous system to the table first. The right words are so much more available from a ventral state than from a defended one. The repair lands completely different when the body behind the apology is actually open. For every sensory archetype, the armor, the appeaser, the seeker, the storm, the bunker, the hollow, this is the tool that comes after the others. This is what you do once you've released, reset, and returned to yourself. You move toward. Not because it's easy. Not because the fear isn't real. Not because the history isn't complicated. Because the war is over. And someone on the other side of that door has been waiting for you to come back. The Relational Nervous System quiz at mind-fusion.com/quiz identifies your sensory archetype, the specific protection pattern your nervous system runs, and what it cost you in your closest relationships. Thank you for spending this week with me. 5 tools, 5 real interventions for a real nervous system in real relationships. This is how the era changes, one regulated nervous system at a time. Before you try to fix the relationship, find out what survival pattern your body is running. Take the Relational Nervous System quiz at mind-fusion.com/quiz. And if this week helped your body exhale even 1 inch, share it with someone who's still calling their survival pattern a personality flaw. Welcome to the regulation era.